Hey guys, Shinlux here, back with our blind playthrough of The Longest Journey. With me today are both kitties, Jack and Jack's walking around here. Manny's right there. Come on. Come on up. There you go. Alright. So just finished lunch. It was some spicy pork ramen. Only 4 to 6 hot peppers, and even now it's just like it's like burning my stomach. Maybe I have an ulcer or something. I don't know. Who knows? Okay, so last time... yeah, stuff is happening, dude. Let's see. We went to the Sentinel Enclave. We created the disc. We learned Tobias had been killed. We basically learned how to shift. Saw that the Tyren were basically starting to invade Marcuria. Shifted out of panic to the art studio. By painting, we learned that's how we can control our shifting ability. Went to visit the mother. Got the white eye jewel. She died. Revealed that we're basically a dragon. Then her kid, the new mother, was born. And then we shifted back to the church. Man, you are hairy, Mr. Jack. I just see the hair floating. Shifted back to the church. Went to Burns' Flipper, got our fake ID, gave him the star map for him to decipher, and now we're in the metro area. We got a pizza box, which apparently has like some sort of bioweapon pizza in it. Let's check out the shuttle, because I assume the tubes are the way forward. No?
I can't believe they wouldn't let me on the shuttle just because my clothes stink and I look like a bum. I mean, considering what I've been through in this outfit, I'm surprised I look as presentable as I do.
Yeah, I mean, I guess she's been wearing the same thing for a week, so, you know. That's nice. A little bit of AC action. Hey, it's, oh. I saw the fro and the weed, and I was like, oh, it's what's the dude from Vampire the Masquerade? Bloodlines, Fat Larry? I was gonna say Fat Albert, but it's Fat Larry. Okay, so representative. It's just where we came from. Can't talk to people, but...
Rapture Revisited. They're relaunching the original Amethyst drug. Oh, sorry. Stimulant. Twice as effective at half the cost. Time to usher in a whole new generation of drug addicts.
Yeah, I wonder if that's like a social commentary on Ritalin. I really wonder how much of that stuff was misprescribed or overprescribed. Okay, well, it's...
She's one of those chirpily soulless plastic-faced sales reps specifically bred for one single-minded purpose. To make you sign a colonization contract.
Like to go off-world? Oh, they did say there's planets, right? There's other planets? I guess we have to talk to her.
Good morning, ma'am. How are you today?
Fantastic. What do you care? Well, you know, none of this probably matters, but we'll say fantastic.
Fantastic. And you?
I am just fine, ma'am. Thanks for asking.
Well, isn't that just peachy?
I guess. How may I help you today, ma'am?
How does it feel working for the dark side? I don't even know where we are.
How does it feel working for the dark side?
Pardon me, ma'am?
I mean, it's slavery, isn't it?
Certainly not. That's a popular misconception. In fact, our colonists are given the best of care, a job suited to their talents, and a full salary.
You tell yourself that if that makes it easier to sleep at night. That's all, thanks.
Thank you, ma'am. Please come back and see us again.
Okay. I have a feeling we're probably gonna have to come back to her and be like, I need to go here. Okay, time to pull up the guide. Also, why is she dressed like a bee? Alright, let's see. Oh, wait. Wait. Go to the trash can, pick up the pizza box, go shopping on the boutique on the left? What? How? Wouldn't even let me in the store. Only the sign was active. Do I have to use my card on the store or something to... Wait. Oh, I bet you have to do the shuttle thing first.
I could definitely do with a change of clothes. And so what if this store's way out of my league? After what I've been through, I deserve to splurge a little.
Okay.
I look good, I feel good. Thank God they had a thermal shower in there. I needed a proper disinfection and delousing.
Alright, so third change of outfit. That's cool. Right, Mr. Jack? Alright, then shuttle it is. But shuttle to where? Shuttle to where? Check me. Oh. Coruscant. Is that the church? It looks like the church. It looks like a church, which I assume is the Church of Voltec. Oh god, please don't crash. Man, my back is acting up right now. I will tell you this, Jag baby. Somehow I'd forgotten that, you know, when you get out of the military and they basically do your physical or whatnot. I'd forgotten that I have some sort of degenerative arthritis in my back. It's been... So that's fun. You know, it's been feeling... My back's been feeling worse lately, which is why I went to, you know, go see them about it. Well, yeah. I was just like, hey, can I get more money? that was basically what it was. Hey, can you raise my disability rating? Because, like, I threw out my back getting into bed a couple weeks ago. I'm just like, how? How do you even do that? I don't know. Like, just sitting down, I threw my back out.
It's a bored-looking policeman.
That's frickin'...
Officer?
Yes, ma'am?
Can you direct me to the MTI building?
Certainly. See that huge, massive, towering building over there?
That's it.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Okay. To the street. Well, that's...
Wow, it's a faux Roman palace. How very Las Vegas.
She said that out loud.
Scary. I believe that circle with a big X through it is supposed to represent the destruction of the balance. These guys don't get around.
You might actually be right. This is MTI, which is what?
Stunning. In a creepy neo-fascist way.
Hush.
How is it neo-fascist? How is it fascist at all? I see, this is where that... Now that we're... Like, 20 years ago, I would have been like, But now that I'm aware of the wokeness, I'm like, I see. Well, let's talk to the receptionist.
He looks like a receptionist.
We will talk to him. I assume we can't. Let's try the elevator first.
That's the only elevator in the building? I wonder what they do during rush hours.
He's probably not going to let us go. No, it's okay.
What, pray tell, do you think you're doing, miss?
Me?
I'm taking the elevator. I saw the guide. It said give him the pizza. So, I'm visiting a friend. Or I could say I need to see your boss.
I'm visiting a friend of mine.
Oh, really? Then your name would be in my appointment diary, yes?
I don't know. I don't really have an appointment.
You don't say. And do you really have a friend in the building?
No.
Then I suggest you turn around and walk out of here, miss. This is a private building.
How do I call the elevator?
You do not, miss. I call it.
All right, thanks.
No, you misunderstand. I call it. For people who work in the building, or for those with appointments with the people who work in the building. You are... how shall I put this? Street vermin. A hooligan. Scum.
You were homesick the day they taught diplomacy, weren't you, Jerry?
Gerald, please leave the building.
I guess, maybe I missed something where he was probably like, hello, my name is Jerry, how can I help you? Or Gerald. But yeah, very, very strange, because it's like, what if she wanted to join the... What the hell is MTI? I don't know. You know what I mean?
What floor is Jacob McAllen on?
We do not have a Jacob McAllen working here, miss.
Do you have any McAllens at all? I'm not picky.
I am not about to divulge any private information to a person such as yourself.
Good for you, Jerry.
Gerald, it would be so nice if you left now, miss.
Interesting, because you basically poison him, I assume, right? So it's like the whole leftist thing is basically like it's justified because they're a bad person, right? You couldn't have them be a good person and do bad things to them, because then, but it's like, that's kind of the, I don't know what you call it, but leftists are basically like, oh, if I call you Hitler, if I say you're an evil person, then I can do whatever I want to you, and it's not immoral, right? That's the mindset. As long as you're an evil person, I can do whatever I want, and it's not a bad act. That's how they justify their own poisonous behavior.
Can I bribe you?
I'm sorry. What?
Pay you to let me slip by you, unnoticed, into the elevator?
For goodness sake, miss, absolutely not. I am not your common lowlife.
I'm sure even a stand-up guy like you, Jerry, needs some pocket change now and then.
Gerald! And no, I do not. Now I would like you to leave. Immediately.
Thank you very much, Jerry.
Gerald! And if you do not leave, miss, I will be forced to call the police.
Well, alright.
It's a pizza box.
Okay. Why would he eat this?
Got a pizza delivery for Mr. McAllen.
Really? There's been no... Wait a second. Weren't you in here before?
Me? Nah. Been delivering pies to the, to Venice. I ain't been up here before. Nice hood, clean pavements, good air.
I could have sworn... Oh, very well. Give me the pizza and I will see to it that it's delivered to Mr. McAllen as soon as possible.
No can-do, guy. This has got to be delivered now, before it gets cold. You know how Mr. McAllen gets when his mozzarella is cold.
I can't very well leave my post, so... All right. Step into the elevator and I will send you to Mr. McAllen's office. But I want you back down here pronto, do you understand?
They don't have any... No one else works there? They can't have... Like, there's no gophers or anything? They just let you into his office. It's pretty interesting. And earlier he was like, "Oh no, we don't have a McAllen."
There's another elevator here, and apparently it only goes up.
Okay.
There are documents scattered all over the desk.
I bet that's the tanks. Let's check out small tank. Okay.
Papers. There's nothing here that... That's my name. And my address. Obviously there's... God, they've been tracking me, watching me.
Yeah, how did they know? Because...
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Where did the alarm come from?
You were the last person I'd expect to find here, Shifter. I've spent an obscene amount of money and resources tracking you down. Since before we knew your name. Before you even came to Newport. And then, you simply walk into my lap. Like a mouse into a great big trap. Looking for the cheese, I'd imagine. The Guardian. Well, he's not here, I'm sorry to say. He's being held elsewhere, awaiting your directions.
My directions?
You do have them, yes. The directions to the Guardian's realm.
To be fair, this is not a lie. We never managed to find the entrance. It's true. We don't know where it is.
Sorry, but I never managed to find the entrance to the Guardian's realm.
Pity, really. And I thought you'd done so well on your journey across Arcadia. At least you have the disc and the 2 jewels I'm missing in your possession. So good of you to bring them here. I thought I might have to go pick them up myself.
I have friends.
Oh, you do? You do? The very best friends, too. Don't make me laugh, gal. Did you really expect your good buddy Cortez to tell you the truth? Or to come to your rescue like a knight in shining armor? He's been using you. Tobias, Cortez, the bloody kin, all your friends. They've been using you for their own selfish reasons. They're no different from me, Shifter. No different at all.
Yeah, they've helped me. You haven't. That's exactly right. And of course it's an old white dude. The villain's an old white dude. That's how it goes. But it's always interesting that these people project. It's like that it's like that comic The New Guy, I think, something like that. Where this comic artist drew, it's like a 4-panel comic. They basically put themselves in it. And then a new person at their work or something. And they're laughing that I think PewDiePie got his house burglarized or something. So they're laughing about that, and the new person's like, "That's not very nice. How would you like it if that happened to you?" And that's really all I remember, but they put this out there as if, look at this new person, what a moron, and people are like, no, you're actually the terrible one. And they didn't, you know, they're so far gone. It's like I said, they're just poisonous. Anyway, I'm sure not all of them are like that, but Jesus Christ, look at how many are these days. You know, it's like they love Elon, and then as soon as he starts working for Trump, they start hating him, and they vandalize Teslas and stuff. It's like, what? Like, what are you doing? Like, what the hell is wrong with you? You vandalize a Tesla because it's associated with Elon, a person that you used to like, but now because they're associated were associated at one point with someone that you dislike for whatever reason, because there's like multiple degrees of separation, now you damage that thing. It's like, do you still drink Coca-Cola? You know? Did you know Coca-Cola was the chosen soda of the Nazi party? I'm not even making that up. That's true. Same with Volkswagen.
They've helped me. You haven't.
Haven't I? I could have caught you earlier, Shifter. I had my eyes and ears in Arcadia, and you have made quite a spectacle of yourself from time to time. But I let you go about your business. And now you return to me with precious gifts. So don't tell me I haven't helped you, just as you're helping me now. Now, you have been kept from the truth just as much as everyone, Shifter. You are just a piece in a grand game of chess. You're not even a big piece. You're a pawn. Now, give me the disc and the jewels, the dragon eyes, and then we can wrap this game up. I'm quite certain you know more than you let on about the Guardian's realm as well. I'll have that information too, very soon.
Obviously, I'm not going to give him anything, but I don't think we're going to have a choice. But here's a question. Why can't I... The whole point is we can shift. Can't we just, like... You know, we're the only ones that are allowed to go through the portal, right? It would presumably... I think Cortez said it would kill anyone else, or... Who knows what it would do to other people. So can't we just... run at him, and I'm sure you're going to whack him and he's going to fall backwards, and then as we run at him and hit him, create a portal right behind him, and we both go through and he dies and we live. Because, you know, I'm also surprised he doesn't have more, like, armed guards with him or something, you know?
I'm not giving you anything.
I have an army of devoted soldiers in this building, Shifter. I run this city. What are you going to do? Round up a mob of your friends? Forget about shifting as well. There are magical barriers against that in this building.
How?
Alright, I give up. Here's the disc and the jewels.
There shouldn't even be any magic in Stark. How is that even a possible thing?
You see, I wasn't lying to you, unlike some of your accomplices. You don't have a choice. You must give me what you have.
Fine. Who the hell cares anyway? I'm exhausted and I give up. Cortez has abandoned me. I've hurt my two best friends in the world, and maybe you're right. Maybe you're no different from the Sentinel. Maybe they're as bad as you, and maybe you deserve each other. It doesn't matter, you've won. What are you gonna do now?
Let me guess. This is where the heroine coaxes a confession from the villain before the final act of the play commences. Very well. I'm all for a satisfying denouement. What now? I have the Guardian, I have the disc, and the jewels, the key to the tower. And soon, if you play along like a nice little girl, I'll know where the gateway is.
So you don't need me anymore?
Apparently not. I thought I might, so I decided not to kill you. But now that I have the Guardian himself, your role in this game is up. After you tell me what I need to know, of course.
Then what will happen to me?
Nothing. I'll let you go. You can do me no harm, and I'm not a cruel man. Not unusually so, at any rate.
Okay. Very weird. Just this whole thing. He's like, I was gonna kill you, but I'll just let you live. It's like, this is so weird. This doesn't feel... I don't know. This doesn't feel right or good. Like, I don't know. He's almost like cartoonishly evil, as opposed to he should be someone that believes in, you know, he should be an ideologue, right? All the stuff he was saying about, oh, we need to merge the two worlds again and blah blah blah. Like, that's what he needs to be. He needs to be like the head of PETA, you know, the people for the ethical treatment of animals. They're not pro-animal, by the way. They believe pets are slavery. They'd rather... That's why they have their shelters at the highest kill rate of any in the world, right? Because they think pet adoption is slavery. They'd rather animals be dead than slaves. So they kill like 99% of them, right? But that doesn't stop the president or CEO or whatever, a woman, by the way, of course. It doesn't stop her from getting porcine insulin, right? Because diabetic, right? So, animal slavery is bad, except when I get the insulin from the pigs. Then it's okay because, I'm so needed. I can make that judgment call. I'm willing to make that sacrifice. Some of you may die, but that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make, basically. Like, they're all narcissists, right? Anyway.
What happened to Cortez?
Cortez. I had Gordon take care of him. He was just interfering too much for his own sake. There are rules, and he broke them. He brought you into... He broke the rules.
What rules? Is this like he didn't want to tell you because then it would ruin the mystery?
What will you do once you open the gateway to the Guardian's realm?
Gordon Alloway will take the Guardian's place in the tower, and he will rule according to my plan. The worlds will be reunited, and the Earth will be one realm, as it was, and as it should be.
So, this is all part of your master plan to rule the Earth?
When you put it like that, I guess, yes. But I'll be a fair and just ruler, my dear.
What's the point? You're like, what, 60? In another 60 years you'll be dead, and then what? Leave the kingdom to your firstborn?
I'll be around a lot longer than 60 years. A lot longer. You really don't know me, do you?
He's one of the dragons.
You really don't know anything about me.
Apparently not. How did you get the other 2 jewels?
I've had one of them for ages. The other came into my possession only a week ago.
Cortez.
As luck would have it. And now I have the last 2 and the disc.
Why didn't you go look for the jewels and the pieces of the disc yourself?
I would have. But my power over Arcadia has been disturbingly limited until now. The Tyran have proved a valuable addition to my disciples, and with their help, I've dispensed with most of my opposition in Arcadia. But still, locating the stones would have required the cooperation of the Sentinel. Now, I may be a charismatic man, but I doubt they would have told me anything. And those wretched magical races, you think they would have cooperated? No. They were waiting for their savior, their prophecy come true. And you seem to fit the bill. Why not take advantage of that? As for the jewels, the white and the blue of the Drykin were not likely to submit to me. And that was a battle even I'd be well advised to avoid. But time is ticking, Shifter, and the wheel of the balance is turning. Please, enter the elevator to your right. I want to show you something.
Yeah, he was saying Cortez broke the rules, but wouldn't he have broken the rules as well? I assume that's Cortez.
What do you think?
What is it?
This is the end result of the centuries of work and research the Vanguard have done. A breeding ground for shifters such as yourself. Warrior shifters. So tell me, what do you think?
They're breeding shifters? It's kind of horrible. Well, I'm gonna say you're a sick man, of course. Because I assume he's using this, he's gonna use the shifter. Well, it doesn't even matter, though, because the worlds are gonna combine anyway. And then what are they gonna shift between?
You are one sick man.
Because I create my own destiny instead of sitting around waiting for it? Because I look to the future? What's so sick about that?
Because you think you have the right to do this. But you don't consider the harm you do to the balance and to the people both here and in Arcadia.
They really have gotten to you, haven't they? Too bad. You might have made a fine addition to our organization. Now, give me the disc and the jewels. And don't try anything this time. I might have to hurt you myself.
Didn't we already give him the disc and the jewels? And then that was what we did, and then we ran to the elevator and we got caught. I just realized they made the villain basically Hitler.
I will ask this one last time, because I am a patient man. Where is the gateway to the Guardian's realm?
I'll say this one final time because I'm a patient woman. I told you I don't know, or it's in Reading, England. Let's be a smartass.
And I'll say this one final time because I'm a patient woman. Go screw yourself.
That was not what I expected her to say.
That's all I needed to know. I'll leave you alone here for a while. When I come back, I'm sure you'll be a lot more cooperative.
Okay, well, Oh. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, are we gonna get killed? The hell is that thing? Mutant freak?
It's a monster.
Yeah. Alright, well, what now? Okay, well, that was weird.
From McAllen's little demonstration, I'd say that was some kind of fancy safe or containment chamber. Elevator locked. Hoverpad exit closed. Hoverpad exit.
I'm glad thing it's really
The elevator's locked.
hover pad exit. Okay. Well. Oh. Run, April. Okay, so the whole point was... Is this thing still gonna chase us? Yeah, I guess so. Okay.
It's still coming after me.
Okay, yes it is. Can I move or what? No? Am I stuck? What's going on? There we go. Jesus Christ. Okay, well, presumably we have to do something, like push it off or... Hover pad exit, okay. Okay, oh yeah, he took... Oh wait, is it still going? Yes it is. We probably have to use the bind magic.
I'll save it for when I really need.
Okay. It's still coming after me. Am I missing something? Oh, there's...
Oh, this wasn't such a good idea.
Okay, I didn't realize there was a thing right there, but, okay. Don't even tell me I have to jump.
Hey, you wanna try discussing things over a hot cup of mocha instead of all this killing April business?
Was this deliberate?
It's not. Well, help!
Okay. Something shot him from behind. Looks like a corpus monster. Kind of. So the plan was for that thing to kill...
Cortez!
You've been keeping some rough company, señorita. Better be more careful in the future, no?
Where have you been?
What? Were you worried?
Yes, no, I mean, I was scared you were, you know, dead.
So you care about me. Ave Maria Purissima. What am I going to do now without you telling me to get lost?
Don't joke about this, Cortez. I've been in a lot of situations these past few days where I could have needed your help, but you weren't there.
Perdóname. Forgive me, señorita. I've been indisposed. When I finally managed to escape my prison last night, I began looking for you. You left an interesting trail, I must say.
What do you mean?
For one, the border house, most of Venice for that matter, was under guard. There seemed to be some question as to how you managed to escape the Vanguard agents.
Magic.
So I thought. You've been picking up a few pointers in Arcadia.
I'm turning into quite the Girl Scout. It's amazing how resourceful you can be when you're in a bind.
I see. I've noticed.
You know, actually, that's a great point. We used the... So magic does exist here as well, because otherwise the invisibility potion wouldn't have worked. But then that kind of defeats the purpose. Actually, then again, if the worlds... if the barrier between the worlds is breaking through, or breaking down, right? So that would mean magic is leaching across into Stark. Maybe? But also, she should be... She's an artisan, right? Or she could be. She should have magical abilities herself. Oh, hello, Mr. Manny. You are such a little baby. You are such a little baby.
How did the Vanguard capture you?
With a small army, and with the help of a very dangerous man, Gordon Holloway.
I met him. Not the most personable guy in the world, and he could really do with some sun.
Gordon is a creature of pure logic. He was split in two halves when he was a child, one bound to Stark, the other to Arcadia. The victim of terrible Vanguard experiments, I'm afraid.
You want to cuddle?
Chaos Vortex, right?
That's him. He's magical and chaotic, half untethered.
Oh.
What some people would call his soul. Gordon would have been Guardian had the Vanguard not destroyed him.
I heard the story. Can he still be Guardian?
The Vanguard believes so, but if he did become Guardian, he would twist and corrupt the balance to his own benefit. What the consequences would be, I fear to even think.
Have you told me everything I should know, Cortez?
About?
About this. About everything that's happened to me in the past, say, week.
I've told you all I can tell you.
Yeah, sure. You know, I overheard a conversation between you and your friend, Father Raoul, and then McAllen.
Jacob McAllen? He's here?
He was. He released that mutant freak on me, so that I'd tell him where the gateway to the Guardian's realm is.
Ay, Dios mío. We must get you away from here. He's a very dangerous...
And that's when he shows up, of course.
Why, if it isn't a family reunion.
I could smell your hand in this, brother. The Vanguard. Was this the extent of your originality? If you had to meddle in the affairs of mortals, would it not have been prudent to show a little subtlety?
He seized the dragon and bound him for 1,000 years. Free at last, brother? Thais Salutaris.
Kisei. I didn't picture you walking amongst men in a man's body with a man's name. McAllen. The balance must not have dealt you and yours with the best of hands.
The balance will cease to be, brother. The scales will topple, and the old walls will fall. The age of dragons is imminent, whether you join us or not.
Join you? You symbolize all that I despise. You hate and fear these mortals so much, you bring on chaos to destroy them. But you will only succeed in destroying yourself. Our time will come eventually, but not by your doing.
Are these worlds of mortals so important to you that you forget who you are?
I never forgot who I am. That crime is yours alone, brother.
What's this? There is still time. You are blood of my blood, kin to my kin. You are immortal dragon, and our destinies weigh the scales of the universe.
Where do you get all those cliches, kin to my kin? Doesn't it ever bother you that you sound like a badly written play?
Oh well, I will not miss your sarcasm, brother. It always felt a little strained. Tabas!
Okay. Is he gonna change? This is like some, I was gonna say that's like some,
Cortez!
like some Star Wars thing, where Obi-Wan lets Darth Vader kill him. That's what that felt like.
Cortez's watch stopped. Oh God, his heart. That's what Brian said Cortez called it. His heart. His heart has stopped. Cortez is dead. I can't believe It doesn't make sense because...
Can I wind it?
He's gone. They all die. God damn! I can't. Everybody I love dies. Everybody I love.
We're forgetting the fact that when we first got the watch, it was stopped anyway, right? So, to summarize, McAllen is a dragon. And the Chaos Vortex was the other half of whoever that guy's name was. I don't remember. Which is straight. He's basically a guardian that they split between the worlds, which is kind of interesting. Then, yeah, I don't know. This is weird. So it's like, so the dragons are basically aliens that came from another world because presumably their own world was destroyed due to the lack of balance, I think. And so our world was the same thing happening. So they were like, oh yes, let's split the worlds. And so this dude, ironically, basically a communist, right? He's like, no, I need to rule. It'll work. It'll work this time, just like communism. But I need to rule. Only if I rule will it work. Sunday, August 6th, 2209, early evening just before sunset. How many more surprises is life going to spring on me today? How many more of my friends will have to die before this is all over? 2 in 1 day is just too much. Cortez. I can't believe that he's gone just like that. The fact that he was one of the kin, I didn't even think. I should have known, of course, but then again, I'm not used to friends and family turning out to be dragons from other planets. At least not until last week. So Cortez and McAllen were the 2 Drakekin in Stark. Now I have all 4 jewels, or I will as soon as I retrieve the disc and the jewels from McAllen's safe. Actually, come to think of it, does a fall like that kill dragons? Well, if Cortez is dead, then that would mean McAllen is dead, and we know that's probably not the case. And also the whole, like, what if she accidentally got killed by that thing? Then isn't the balance crumbling, and, you know, there's like a week before everything falls apart anyway. So if she dies, they would never find the Guardian's realm before, you know. But then again, he's like, well, she'll keep running, or maybe I'm doing this to bring Cortez out or something. Also weird that she was able to open
Unlock containment chamber? I think yes.
No password? Oh. Yeah, we got a lot of things, I think. Is it gonna close? See, I thought that's what he was talking about, but he was talking about on the sides, like that mutant is or his shifters or whatever. Oh, my Manny, you're so cute. What about the guard? The guard's gone?
What is that? It looks... God, it looks human.
I bet
I guess the Vanguard are growing these creatures for a purpose. Maybe soldiers? That's one war I'll do my best to prevent.
Okay, so it's tanks like that.
I don't know what they're growing in these tanks, but whatever it is, it's disgusting. And alive. I don't know what they're growing in these tanks, but whatever...
Okay.
They're humanoid.
Yep. Alright, oh, so that's the complete disc.
It's the complete and assembled stone disc, forged by the fire of a dragon and chilled in the cool waters of the Sentinel Enclave.
You're so cute, my little cat. But interestingly enough, we still have a coin. We still have the pocket watch. We still have the bind magic, the talisman of balance, the flute, the gold ring. Guess we leave? Let's find out. Okay. Give him the pizza box. Touch and look at everything, especially the desk. Evil lab. Look at the computer as soon as you're able to. Run to it. Use it to open the door. Rush through the door. Rush to the right down corner of the scene outside and watch. There's a lot of spelling errors, and I'm just like, not reading those loud. Go back to the lab. Use the computer. Recover the stone disc. Exit the area and visit Flipper again. Okay, it said visit the Flipper. We'll learn where we have to travel next. There was more. Something about McAllen, I think. But we have to stop.
And what, pray tell, took you so long? Excuse me. I'm talking to you. Stop.
Screw you, Jerry.
Where's the cop? Okay, let's save here. Alright, so what did we do today? We did a lot. We did a lot of things. We bought a new change of clothes. Talked to the colonial, like the Blade Runner off-world thing, right? It's like, oh, do you want to sign up to be a colonist elsewhere? Which, that's a hell of a commitment, right? Took the shuttle to MTI, which I don't remember what that is, but that's the Church of Voltec or the Vanguard or whatever. Got in, dealt with the receptionist, got up to the office, basically got captured. Found out McAllen is actually one of the dragons. So is Cortez, but we figured that. Why would McAllen get him? Why would he capture him? Why would he put him in a machine? Was the whole point of the machine just to get the eye? Don't know. Maybe to get Cortez out of the way. Because he was helping us. Which also doesn't make sense because the whole point was for us to get all the pieces of this. Basically do everything. And then for McAllen to swoop in and take it all at the end. But then why would he stop Cortez? Anyway. What else? You are so cute, my Manny. You are such an adorable little one. You're my little cat. You're my little cat baby. Got captured by McAllen. Found out they're breeding shifters for an army, which, again, if you're going to combine the worlds, doesn't make sense. Found out Halloway, is it? Halloway is... He would have been the Guardian, or is the next Guardian, but they split him in two. So the Chaos Vortex is actually him as well, but the Arcadian version. And, I mean, it doesn't quite make sense. He's not, because he's not pure logic. But anyway. Because if he was, he'd listen to reason, and he doesn't. So, you know, whatever. Then we had to run away from a mutant. And then the two dragons fell, and who knows if they're alive or not. We don't have the pin anymore, so we can't wind the heart. Because I'd be like, well, the heart, the pocket watch was not working before, and then we wound it, and then it was working. So if we still had the pin, we could just wind it again, right? And then it would be fine. We're probably gonna have to find something to wind the watch with. And then we got the completed stone disc. And then that's where we are. Then we got to go to the Flipper and get the actual location. See, it makes sense that you couldn't do that first, because if you found out where it was, then you'd be like, oh, it's here. Then you could actually tell him. And I'm sure McAllen's not dead. I'm sure Cortez also is not dead. So that is it for today. Thank you guys so much for your time and attention. Really do appreciate it. Really hope you guys are enjoying these episodes. As always, guys, questions, comments, concerns, good, bad, or indifferent, let me hear them. I do read all of them. I do try and respond to all of them as well. What is your guys' unique positive moment for today? For me, I'm going to go with... well, I guess remembering that my back is actually messed up. It's not just getting old. Maybe it's both. But You know, so I'm a little more... I have to be a little more careful now. You know, because it's been acting up lately. So, there you go. There you go, my meanie, right? So that's my new puzzle moment. Just awareness, you know, and then hopefully your guys are just as good, if not better. Hopefully better, of course. And I hope to see you guys next time. Till then, guys, take care.